Level shoulders, beautiful. Now this stroke is one of the common strokes on the tour. Backhands as well. Perfect, Vicky. Perfect.
This is Vicky Duval,
Right back, Vicky.
a Nick Bollettieri protege and a rising star in American tennis.
It looks like she's going to be about 6 to 6'1", built the same as Venus Williams. We're teaching her the total game. Any ball like that, you're attacking. Why? You're going to catch the opponent out of position, and you're also going to make the opponent fear that Vicky Duval is going to come in.
But just over a year ago, tennis was the last thing on her mind. Vicky's family come from Haiti, and her father was still running his medical practice there when the earthquake struck in January 2010.
One morning, we got a call from him. He was under the house, and he was sort of kind of giving us his last words. He said to my mom, "Tell the kids I love them," and all that stuff. And my mom just collapsed on the floor. She said, "No, no, no, you're gonna make it."
I mean, our house collapsed, and well, in fact, I was close so many times, close to death.
It was devastating, and Vicky also, she is very strong and resilient, because I collapsed. I was a mess, and I couldn't take care of her. And instead of me being the adult at the moment, she was the one who hugged me, and she said, "Mom, it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this."
Jean-Maurice Duval managed to emerge from the rubble of his home, but he was seriously injured. He had a shattered left arm, fractured vertebrae, 5 broken ribs, and a punctured lung. He had less than a day to live. A miracle was needed.
So you're going to go ahead and get your tennis rackets and you're going to start hitting?
Yeah, I'm going to.
And it arrived in the shape of
So
a
you don't
family
want
from
to
Atlanta,
No.
the Kitchens.
Because Vicky was my friend and I just met her, and whenever we went over to their house on Tuesday night, I saw how in pain their family was, and I tried to put myself in their shoes, thinking like, what if I didn't have a father, and what if I was in this situation?
Casey is the #1 seed.
Oh yeah.
I called my husband, and I had to get him on board with this rescue. He started calling the embassy. He called some politicians we know. None of that worked. So at the same time, Jean-Maurice's wife, Nadine, was calling and found an ambulance air company.
Despite only knowing the Duvals for a few months, the Kitchens paid $18,000 to have Jean-Maurice airlifted out of Haiti.
Well, it was at this point a life or death situation, and pretty much there was no hesitation.
They were very helpful, in providing with an air ambulance to go and get him, while the situation was still really bad. And if it hadn't happened, he would have been here today.
Thanks God. Thanks Charlotte. Thanks Charlotte.
Your day.
It was awesome.
A year on, the family is together again in America. Due to his injuries, Jean-Maurice is no longer able to practice medicine.
Vicky, come on, let's go. They don't come from any money, and they're very humble, but they're very bright. And I've sort of taken her under my wing.
The funding needed to aid Vicky's professional development has been provided by friends and colleagues of Nick Bollettieri.
Unless you're hungry and maybe not have everything hand-fed to you, that you really only have an option, play ball.
At 15, Vicky is taking her first tentative steps on the WTA circuit.
That's my girl. Go in, Vicky. Go in, baby. A few weeks ago, we were very fortunate, and I called up a friend of mine who is the director of tennis up at the Midland Tennis Club, Woody, and asked him if we could possibly get a wild card into the main tournament. And He said, absolutely, Nick.
At that WTA Challenger in Michigan, Vicky showed glimpses of her incredible potential, beating Mashona Washington in the first round, a woman formerly ranked in the top 50.
Well, my highlight so far was the 100,000 in Michigan when I won my first round and gave me 18 WTA points, and that was just terrific.
If I'm traveling with her to a tournament and we happen to share like a bed in the hotel room, I should watch out all night long because I'm going to get the forehand, the backhand, because she dreams of tennis, you know. This is a true passion to her. So in a way, it's been hard, but at the same time, it's easy also because she makes it easy.
She's unusual because she's very humble out there, but underneath she's getting much meaner.
Forget what happened, try to think about the mistake and move on.
Vicky's a remarkably down-to-earth girl. Not surprising when you consider what she's gone through over the last 12 months. But when it comes to fulfilling her on-court ambitions, it seems that she's dreaming big and aiming high.
Well, Nick tells me a lot. I play sort of like Venus. So, I look at her sometimes, but I really idolize Kim Clijsters on the women's side. And on the men's side, I really like David Ferrer. Because, both of them are so competitive, but also calm, and they never give up. 10 years, hopefully, with a couple Grand Slams. I would say, 10 or so would be nice.